Warm welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Dr. Reena and I am so happy to have you here. In today's class, we are going to talk about Unit 5 of Business Environment. So, before we begin, I want you to imagine living in a world where there are no global brands like Google, Samsung, Tata, Nike, or Toyota, and no foreign investment bringing new jobs, no government services like railways or electricity, and no rules to manage international trade. It sounds confusing, right? So that's because our modern world depend heavily on global companies, government decisions, foreign money and international agreements. So today we are going to explore these powerful ideas. So our first topic is multinational cooperation, the global giant that shapes our lifestyle and create millions of jobs. In addition, our second topic is the public sector and privatization, which shows how the government and private companies share responsibilities for running a country. Then we move to attracting foreign investment, which brings the technology and opportunities to India, just like when companies like Hyundai and Amazon invested here. After that, we will discuss MNCs and nation state to understand how powerful companies influence government policies. Next, we explore the WTO, World Trade Organization, which act like a referee for world trade. Later, we will look at the future outlook for society, polity, and economy to see how our world changes. And finally, we will learn about business in the 21st century, ecology, and sustainable development, which guide us toward a future where both businesses and environment grow together. So, before understanding these topics, first of all, let's understand this thing why we need to study these topics. Okay, so students, we need to study these topics because they help us to understand how the modern world works: multinational corporations, privatization, foreign investment, world trade organization, and 21st century businesses trends. So how countries grow, how jobs are created, how technology spread, and how global trade happens. So these topics also explains how government make economic decisions and how international companies influence nations and how society and politics are changing. Most importantly, ecology and sustainable development teach us how to protect the environment while still moving forward. In simple words, we study this topic to understand today's global economy, make better decisions for the future, and also help our country to grow responsibly. For example, when companies like Samsung or Toyota invest in India, they bring jobs, modern technology, as well as new opportunities. So, by showing us the real impact of MNCs and foreign investment in everyday life, in simple word, learning these topic help us to understand how businesses, society, government, and environment are all linked in today's world. Okay, so all they are depend on each other: business, society, government, and environment. Okay, so let's understand the first topic, that is multinational corporation. So first of all, let's understand the meaning of MNCs. So basically, MNCs are the companies that operate in multiple countries but have their headquarters in one country. They produce, sell, and manage businesses activities across the world. For example, Samsung, Toyota, Tata Group, Nestle. So these are the companies, they operate in multiple countries but have their headquarters in one country. So next we have importance of MNCs. First importance we have, it brings foreign investment and also create jobs, transfer technology, improve product quality, and expand global trade and also boost economic growth. So let's understand this topic with the help of example in a detail. So here is the example based on Samsung. So basically Samsung is South Korean company, has large factories in Noida and Tamil Nadu, where it manufactures smartphone, TV and other electronics. So basically Samsung entry into India brought advanced manufacturing technology, modern management practices, and thousands of jobs. Local suppliers also grew because they had to produce parts for Samsung. The presence of Samsung pushed Indian companies like Micromax and Lava to improve their technology and product quality. These examples shows how MNCs increase competition, raise product standard, and help a developing country become technological stronger. So next we have types of MNCs. So first type we have manufacturing MNCs like Toyota and Hyundai. Next we have service MNCs like Google, Infosys. Third, we have trading MNCs, which include Amazon, Walmart. So, why MNCs matters in business? So, basically, MNCs sets global standard, create competition, impact pricing, influence motivation, influence innovation, and shape global supply chain. So, every business must adapt to the presence of powerful MNCs. Next, we have advantages and disadvantages of MNCs. So basically, if we talk about the benefit of MNCs, it creates the employment opportunities and also brings the modern technology and also improves the product quality, boost export and global trade. Apart from that, it enhances the global competitiveness. If we talk about the disadvantages, it dominates the local companies and profit are spent lag to the home country, and cultural influence and loss of local identity, environmental harm from large production may exploit labor and resources. So let's understand the second topic. Second topic we have public sector and privatization. So first of all, let's understand the meaning of public sector and privatization. Public sector industries owned and managed by the government, which include the railways, ISRO, and BSNL. And second, we have privatization, when the government transfer ownership or management to private companies to improve efficiency. For example, public sector like LIC, Air India before privatization, ONGC. So these comes under the public sector. And next we have privatization. Air India sold to Tata, private bank replacing government banks in many services. So next we have importance of public sector and privatization. So basically, public sector ensures the essential services and privatization reduces the burden on government. It also improves the efficiency and competition. It enhances the quality and customer service. So let's understand this topic with the help of example. So here is the example of Indian Railways. Indian Railways is one of the largest government owned transportation system in the world. It connects even the remote and rural area of India where private companies would not prefer to operate because profit are low. The government runs railways to ensure the transportation is affordable for all the citizens, and this helps the student, workers, farmers and small businesses travel easily. Indian Railways also support the national unity and boost economic activity by transporting goods across the country, and this shows how the public sector focus on public welfare rather than profit. Okay, so next we have prioritization. So this is the example of prioritization of Air India. So in 2021, the government of India sold Air India to Tata Group. So basically what happened? So Air India was suffering huge financial losses due to the poor management and high debt. After privatization, Tata improved the customer service, introduced modern aircraft, and brought professional management. Losses reduced and efficiency improved. This case shows how privatization can transform a struggling public company into a competitive and profitable one by using private sector skills and disciplines. Okay, so next we have types of privatization. So full privatization, that means 100% private control. Second, we have partial privatization, which means the government retails some share. Third, we have management contract, private company manages operations. So why privatization and public sector matter in business? Because it decide industry ownership and competition level, quality of services and business opportunities, and also affect the market stability and consumer satisfaction. So here we have the advantages and disadvantages of public sector. So first benefit we have, it provides the essential services at the affordable prices and promote the social welfare and equality. It also ensures the balanced regional development and offer stable employment, protect national interest in key sector. If we talk about the disadvantages, slow decision making, bureaucratic delay and lower efficiency, high financial burden on government, political interference. So next we have the advantages and disadvantages of privatization. So first advantage, we have higher efficiency and productivity, promote the competition and innovation, and also reduce the political interference, faster decision making, better quality services. Next we have disadvantages, job insecurity for employees, higher prices due to profit motive and risk of private monopoly. And other disadvantage, we have government loses the control in key areas, focus on profit over social welfare. And next topic, we have attracting foreign investment, that is called FDI. So first of all, let's understand the meaning of FDI. Basically, foreign investment is when companies from one country invest money in another country business or asset. For example, Hyundai building factories in India, Amazon investing in Indian e-commerce, Apple manufacturing iPhone in India. So if we talk about the importance of FDI, it creates the employment, bring advanced technology, improve infrastructure, strengthen export, increases tax revenue. So let's understand this topic with the help of example. So here is the example of Amazon investment in India. So Amazon invested billion of dollars in warehouses, delivery system, cloud services and small businesses support program. So this investment creates the thousands of jobs in delivery, packaging, customer service, technology. Amazon also helped small sellers to sell online, boosting their income, and it also improved the India's e-commerce infrastructure and brought advanced logistic technology. This example shows how FDI increases the employment, improves the technology and also helps the local businesses grow. Next we have types of FDI. So first type, we have FDI, foreign direct investment, which means the physical investment like factories. And second, we have FPI, foreign portfolio investment, which include the shares, stock and bonds. Why it matters in businesses, why FDI matters in business? So basically, foreign investment increases the capital stability, global access and business confidence. It helps the companies to scale faster and compete better internationally. Next we have Advantages and disadvantages of FDI: bring the capital and advanced technology, generate the employment and boost export and economic growth, improves the infrastructure and skills, enhances the global business link. If we talk about the disadvantage: threat to domestic industries, foreign control over important sector, profit repatriation to foreign countries, economic dependency risk, as well as cultural influence on local society. Next topic we have MNCs and nation state. So this refers to the relationship between multinational companies and national government regarding laws, policies, and business control. For example, Facebook negotiating with Indian IT rules, Tesla requesting government benefit to set up manufacturing in India, Google and Apple following country specific data policies. So next we have the importance of MNCs and nation states. Government protect nation interest, MNCs demand favorable policies and also helps to maintain economic balance and also avoid the exploitation of local resources. So let's understand this topic with the help of example. So here is the example of Apple. So Apple worked closely with the Indian government to set up iPhone manufacturing through Foxconn and Wistron. So basically, the government offered tax benefit, land, and policy support while Apple agreed to invest money, create jobs, and train workers. This partnership helped the India to become an important global manufacturing hub. At the same time, the government ensured the guidelines on labor laws, safety, and taxation were followed. This example shows how MNCs and government negotiate, cooperate, and sometimes compromise to achieve mutual profit. Next, we have types of relationship. First type we have cooperation, which include the investment, technology sharing, and second we have conflict, which include taxes, environmental laws, and data privacy rules. So why MNCs and nation state matters in business? Because in businesses must understand political rules, taxes, labor laws, regulation to operate smoothly across the countries. Next we have advantages and disadvantages of MNCs. So first advantage we have promote international cooperation. Other benefit we have increases the investment and technology flow. It improves the global relation and also helps in modernize industries and also encourage policy reform. If you talk about the disadvantages, MNCs may influence government policies, national interest may be compromised, and pressure on government to relax laws and may reduce sovereignty and can widen economic inequality. So next topic we have WTO. WTO, that means World Trade Organization. So basically global organization that regulates international trade and ensures the fair, transparent and smooth trade between nations. For example, India filing a dispute against the US over visa rules at World Trade Organization. And other example we have World Trade Organization reduces the trade barrier on medicines. Importance promotes free trade and also protect developing countries and resolve trade dispute increases fair competition. So let's understand this with the help of example. So basically World Trade Organization solving India US poultry. So US complained that India was restricting American poultry product. WTO explains the case and gave a judgment. WTO acted as a neutral judge and ensures that both countries followed the global trade rules. This prevented a political conflict and protected farmers and maintains fair trade practices. Such dispute resolution helps to avoid trade wars between nation. So this example shows that why WTO is very important for maintaining fairness, and transparency in international trade. Okay, so next we have types of WTO agreement. It's first we have GATT, which include the goods, and GATS, which include the services, and third we have TRIPS, which include the intellectual property. So why WTO matters in business? So World Trade Organization rules make trade predictable, reduce risk, and help businesses to expand into global market. So next we have advantages and disadvantages of World Trade Organization. It promotes the free and fair global trade and reduces the trade barrier and provide trade dispute settlement, create transparent trade rules, and also increases global economic growth. And second, we have disadvantages of WTO. It dominated by developed nations, limited policy choices for developing nations, and can harm small businesses. Pressure to open domestic market and may affect national sovereignty. So, next topic we have future outlook for society, policy, and economy. So, first of all, let's understand the meaning of future outlook for society, polity, and economy. So, by understanding how future changes in society, politics, and economy will shape business and daily life. For example, rising digital payment increases automation and robotics, youth driven work force, and new government policies on AI and data. So, if we talk about the importance, it helps the businesses to plan, predict customer behavior, and guide investment decision and identifies future job trends. So, next we have here is the example of growth of digital payment. So, basically, growth of digital payment, which means the UPI changed how Indians pays for goods and services. Everything became instant, cashless, and convenient. The rise of UPI shows how society is becoming digital. The government is pushing technological reform and economy is moving toward cashless transaction. So businesses today must adapt to online payment, digital marketing, and fast decision making. So this example shows how modern businesses must evolve with changing social behavior, political regulation, and economic technology. Next, we have types of future changes. So we have three types: social, political, economic. So why future outlook for society, polity, economy is matter for business? So basically, businesses must adapt to changing policies, customer need, and technology to survive and remain competitive. Okay, so next we have advantages and disadvantages of future outlook for society, polity, and economy. So first advantage we have, it increases the innovation and digital transformation and also helps to plan for long term growth and also create new job opportunities and improves productivity through technology and also open global market. We talk about the disadvantages: high global competition because of this and rapid changes cause uncertainty, need for continuous skill upgrades, social and economic inequality risk, increase the cyber and data risk. So last topic we have business in the 21st century. So modern business influenced by globalization, innovation, digital tool, and fast changing market. For example, startup like Zomato, Ola, and Swiggy, online marketplace like Flipkart and Amazon, cloud-based companies. If we talk about the importance, faster communication होगी, global competition होगा, rise of e-commerce होगा. and as well as innovation driven growth होगी. Okay, if we talk about the types of business in the 21st century, so digital business as well as gig economy, automation and global supply chains. So why this matter in a business? Because businesses must embrace technology, digital strategies and global outlook to stay relevant. And this is the final topic or last topic, ecology and sustainable development. So first of all, let's understand the meaning of ecology and sustainable development. So basically, developing the economy without harming the environment using natural resources responsibility. For example, solar energy project, electric cars, ban on single-use plastic, and green building. So its the importance is it reduces the pollution, saves the natural resources, and protect future generation, as well as increases eco-friendly industries. So let's understand this with the help of example. So here is the example of Tata Motor producing electrical vehicles. So basically Tata launched electric cars like Nexon electric vehicle to reduce pollution and save fuels. Electric vehicles produce zero emission and reduce dependence on fossil fuels. So Tata initiatives support India government goals and fight climate change. This shift also create new job in battery manufacturing, charging station and green technology. This example shows how sustainable development combines the economic growth with protection of the environment. So next we have types of sustainability. First we have environmental sustainability, economic sustainability, social sustainability. So why this ecology and sustainable development matters for business? So basically customer prefer eco-friendly product, as well as businesses save cost through energy efficiency, and companies must follow environmental laws to avoid penalties. Okay, so next we have types, advantages and disadvantages of ecology and sustainable development. So first advantage we have, it protect the environment and conserve the natural sources, build positive brand image, and it ensures the long term business sustainability and reduces the pollution and waste. If we talk about the disadvantages, high initial cost for green technology and also requires new processes and training, difficult for small firms to adopt, and slow financial return and continuous monitoring requires. So come to the summary. So we study these topics because they help us to understand how global business work, how countries grow, how policies are made, how technology spread, and how we can develop responsibly while protecting society and the environment. So come to the conclusion part of this chapter. So basically student, to conclude all these topics help us to understand how today's world work, MNCs, so how global companies bring job, technology and the public sector, and privatization explains how the government and private companies share responsibilities, and foreign investment shows how other countries us help our economy grows. WTO, that means World Trade Organization, teaches us how nations trade fairly, and studying society, politics, and 21st century business world help us to see how life is changes with technology. Finally, ecology and sustainable development remind us that while growing in business, we must also protect our environment. In simple word, we study all these topics to know how countries develop and how business work globally, and how we can build a better and greener future. So that is all about for the today's class. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. Keep learning. Keep growing.